It's Saturday!
Welcome to Stoopid Movies, where we watch them so you don't have to.
That's right.
Unless you want to.
Yeah, exactly. We're not telling you what to do. And this week, on this Saturday morning, we checked out the Banana Splits movie.
Finally!
Yeah, it's been on our list for a while, and then, Halloween got in the way and stuff. But hey, we're back. But yeah, this was directed by Danny
Danishka
Esterhazy. Sorry. I think something like that. Starring some people, as in Danny Kind, Steve Lund, and Finley Wajak Hisong. I have no idea how you...
Finley?
Yeah, Finley. So this movie is based off an actual children's show from the 1960s. So it was a Hanna-Barbera show, I believe.
Barbera.
But yeah, that. That's what I meant. Hanna-Barbera. Yogi Berra. All right, so what was this kid show about?
This kid show, yeah. So it's about a kid show.
Yes, indeed.
The concept is that the show never ended. It just still is going on today.
Right.
And the characters were all animatronics. And they find out that the show's going to be canceled.
Yep.
But their programming tells them that the show must go on no matter what.
Yep.
And so they start killing people.
They go nuts.
And murder and mayhem ensues. This is a rated R version of a kid's show.
So let's get into our likes. So I love the setup and the whole concept of it. Taking a real kid's show and making it a horror movie is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that.
Kids shows are basically horror movies anyway.
If you think of like Showbiz, Pizza, or
Chuck
E. Cheese, which I'm sure everybody...
Pizza Time. For
stuff
those
like
of us
that.
who are old enough to remember Pizza Time Theater.
Yeah. Stuff like that. You always had that thought of like, oh, what if these things are real?
I want to go on record and just make a blanket statement. Fuck Chuck E. Cheese. Showbiz Pizza was the best.
Absolutely. And that stuff spooked me when I was a kid.
It still spooks me.
Right. So that whole idea is great, and I thought they nailed it in this movie.
Yes. Kids' things are creepy when you're an adult.
Right. And it's a whole new age, cars gonna be driving themselves, all that stuff. It's a creepy idea that things could go wrong.
Maximum overdrive could happen tomorrow.
That's right.
I really liked the banana splits.
Yeah.
The costumes and everything looked like the old show to me.
Exactly.
I mean, they might have made some changes that I just didn't pick up on, but it looked like the old show to me. And they were friendly enough looking that, like, if you saw them at a theme park, you'd go up and give them a high five and a hug or whatever. But they made them creepy, and that was really cool.
The setting is great. I love that it's all, at the sound studio or whatever, so like a warehouse type feel vibe. And it just, the whole tone is just kind of creepy and just, it's pretty much in that whole, aside from the very beginning.
Yeah, outside of the very beginning, it's all in the studio.
Yeah. And it's dark. The lighting is really good where it just creates a very eerie atmosphere, and you're sitting there going, what's going to happen, or what are they going to do? They're going to go nuts. Yeah.
With that, the atmosphere to this movie is super tense. Oh my God, what's going to happen? It had no reason to be as good as it was.
Right. Yeah. And that score kind of drives it. There's different kind of scores that you use, that little stuff like that really just builds up that, like, oh, what's going to happen, and they're going to find it, or it's going to pop out, and I loved it. And then the theme song, too, of
Rob
course.
loves the theme song.
It's catchy. La, 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 la.
You know what surprised me, though, was how gory this movie is.
There's a lot of it, too.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of it, and it looks good. It's a lot of practical type effects.
Mainly blood.
Yeah.
A little bit of guts with the guy getting cut in half.
A lot of sucker down the throat. It's just a lot of cool stuff.
The sucker down the throat was really cool because it's this giant-ass sucker.
Yeah, it's awesome. And there's a variety of kills, too. None of them are really the same.
No two kills were the same.
They're all fun. I like them all.
The story to this is pretty simple. Kid loves the banana splits.
Yep.
Which anyone who has kids identifies with this. They've got that one show that they really love, and for his birthday, they take him to a taping of it. Which, if my kid loved something that was live action instead of animated, I would absolutely try to find a way to do that. So that's cool.
Yeah, and simple, and there's not a whole lot to it. It's a popcorn B movie essentially.
Basically,
it's an indie movie, I think, for the most part, and it is what it is. It knows what it is. It knows what it is, and it wastes no time. It's just to the point. This is what happens. Speaking of that, the pacing I thought was excellent.
Yeah, it was really, it moved, boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
There's the little bit of setup at the beginning, it's birthday, blah, 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 but then they go, literally, probably within the first 10 minutes. They end up at the warehouse. Yeah, and then boom. things get rolling, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So what weren't we not so good about or big fans of?
My biggest issue, they didn't use the banana splits enough. Like the first half of the movie, they were there, but they were really quiet. They didn't talk a lot.
It's a lot
they
of build
didn't
up.
joke around.
Right.
And it's like, you would think if they were animatronics built for this kid's show, it's not like they're, out of character at any point. They're always in character. They should be goofing around, being funny when they're not on camera too.
Kind of like us.
Kind of like us.
Yeah.
They should always be on, basically. I would have loved to have seen more in the first half, like when they got to meet the banana splits at the,
right.
When they did the meet and greet. And they all just kind of stood there and stared, and it's like, well, they could have just put mannequins for that.
Yeah.
It would have been really cool to see them interacting with the kids in character.
Yeah. I mean, I get what they were doing, especially in that scene. They're trying to build, okay, we already knew things were starting to go wrong.
Yeah.
I get that, but I see what you're saying. A little more utilization.
Yeah.
Maybe they needed some robot Viagra or something to keep going, to stay turned on the whole time.
That's gross. And with that, I would have liked to have seen more of the kills that they did be in character, so to speak. Like it's hammer time. That was great. That's what I expected this whole movie to be.
Yeah.
And it didn't need to be over the top goofy. We're not talking like, Evil Dead 2, Sam Raimi style over the top, but it did need a lot of that. The kills should have been funny.
Really, the only other thing is we find out, spoiler alert, but all the parents get killed. Right. All the parents get killed, basically. And it's all off screen. They find them later on, which is cool. It's kind of like, whoa.
Just a giant pile of bodies. I mean a literal pile.
Yeah, you're sitting there wondering what happened to all these other people. Well, there it is. It would have been cool to see it like a Ghost Ship intro type kill scene or a Dead Alive type, lawnmower type. It's not that per se, but just seeing it happen real quick.
Getting killed off at once. Yeah.
It could have been a minute-long scene, but just boom, 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 boom. But really, other than that, I have nothing that I dislike about this movie. I
liked it a lot.
Okay, so this movie literally is right up my alley. This is my kind of movie. I love this. Just quick pace. It's gory. There's not a whole lot to the story. It is what it is. It's a popcorn. Throw it in the air. Try to catch it with your mouth and your beard and your ear and everything. I don't know how that would work, but it is what it is. It's it's to the point. Little tentacles come out. Okay. Yeah, but I really did. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I loved it. It's what I hoped it would be. And I definitely recommend checking it out. Turn your brain off, hang out with friends, be a good party movie.
Yeah.
Watch it. So I had a blast, so I'm going 8 out of 8. This movie is awesome. What's your rating?
I mean, for me, this is basically watching you, but in a movie.
Touche.
This is Rob.
Yeah.
I love it. I love animatronics. I love everything behind them. I had to turn my brain off a lot because I know enough of how animatronics work that I could say none of this would actually work.
I don't have a brain, so I was fine.
Yeah, you were fine. I had to shut that off quite a bit. But once I shut that off, it was like, this is fun. It's just a fun ride to sit back, and it's like, not like It's a Small World, where it's like really obnoxious and in your brain kind of fun, like Pirates of the Caribbean fun. Like, sit back and just kind of watch and shut your brain off and like, oh, this is goofy and this is fun. And I liked it a lot. Like I said, my only complaint, I wish they had just used the characters more. They really, really needed that.
Right.
Because there's so many ways they could have made it funny at the same time as being a horror movie. Right. And I think it missed a little bit of the fun factor.
Sure. Could have been more. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to go 7.5 out of 8. I had a blast with it. I wish they had just pushed it that little bit more. It could have got a 10.
Awesome! So that's what we thought of the Banana Splits movie.
Tra-la-la.
La, 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 la. Support any horror. Support all horror. Support us.
Check us out on Facebook.com/StoopidMovies.
Yep.
Over on Instagram @StoopidMovies.
Yep.
At The Horror Punk. At me.
Dr. Sketch
At
Turner.
Dr. Sketch Turner.
Yep.
Email Rob. StoopidMovies@Outlook.com.
Yep.
Send Rob pictures of your dick and balls formed into a banana split.
Yeah. Do it. Like, subscribe. So on that note, we'll see you next week. Tell your friends about us. Don't send me banana dick pics.
You paint one like strawberry ice cream, one like vanilla, and paint the dick like a banana.